We don't have transfer of minutes yet. Where do you get that from? We don't have that. We don't have Honorable Lonzi.
No, thank you, Chair. I don't think I'll be long, because I think the important meeting is when we also have the minister here. Mr. Ngubane, how long have you been the Chief Directorate of the Coordination of SETAs?
I was appointed as the Chief Director in 2022.
And how many years have you participated in this process of appointment of SETAs?
Since 2011, when I joined the department.
So how many SETAs would you say you've contributed in appointing? Maybe 4 or 5?
All of them.
Have you ever been sent an appointment letter for you to participate in this process?
No, I've never been sent the appointment letter. The reason this time around I was sent the appointment letter, I think it was...
No, don't tell me the reasons. I've got little time, with respect, sorry.
No.
So you when you were giving us your account, you said you didn't find anything peculiar with the process. Is that true?
I said I didn't find anything peculiar with regards to me executing my normal administrative duties and providing technical advice in the process.
Did you find it peculiar that since 2011 you've been involved in this process of SETAs? You were then appointed in 2022 to be the Chief Director of the SETAs. And you've been doing this process. I mean, you explained it to us. You screen, you get names, you send to the minister, you do all of that. And then in 2025 or 2024, you get a letter appointing you to do a process that you've been doing since 2011. Did you find it peculiar that you received that letter?
Let me explain, Honorable Member, that I was asked the question as to what became different with the current process. What is different?
No, that's sorry to cut you again. That's a question of Honorable Karab. I'm not asking you about what is different with this process. I'm saying to you, because you said there was nothing peculiar about this letter because this is the work that I've been doing anyways. And you're quite correct because you have been doing this work since 2011. You did it so well that you were even given a position in 2022 as the Chief Director of the Coordination of SETAs. It's your job to gazette, to take out the invite, to even speak to the printers in Parliament, to take names and submit the names to the minister. That's your job. You said there's nothing peculiar. But I ask you again, since 2011 and even in 2022 up until now, you have never received a letter appointing you to be a chair or to be a member of this particular process. Do you find that to be peculiar?
Honorable Member, let me indicate that there was no panel, all these other terms of the previous boards when they were appointed. That is what I raised.
Sorry, Chair, my question is not being answered, but let me try a different angle. The former Minister of Higher Education, Minister Blade Nzimande, have you ever worked under him in the process of SETAs?
Yes.
Has he ever sent you a letter to appoint you to be a chair or anything of a SETA?
No.
How did he usually appoint chairs of SETAs?
The process that I articulated, in which after the capturing of the nominations and they are submitted to him for consideration, he is empowered by Section 11 of the Skills Development Act to apply his mind.
So before this, you would go, you'd gazette, you'd send out the invites, you do the screening, you do all of that, and then you go to say, Minister Blade Nzimande, here are 100 people that I think meet the most basic requirements. and then he'll just be sitting somewhere in his office or in his house and say, out of these 100 people, I'm just going to choose 21 arbitrarily. Is that what happens?
Yes, the previous process was run like that because the Act empowers the minister to make the appointments.
No, thank you. So, since 2011, you have never received a letter appointing you to undergo this process. Why do you not think it's peculiar? Okay, do you think it's new?
Can you repeat the question?
I'm trying, maybe my problem is that perhaps it's the word peculiar that me and you are not finding each other on. Because I don't understand why you would not say this is peculiar, because you're saying you've been interacting with this process since 2011. You come in 2022, you're a chief director of SETAs, you do all of this, you've never been sent any letter. Yet you're saying it's not peculiar. So I'm saying perhaps the problem is English. Is it a new thing that you are being given a letter to do a process that you're supposed to be doing anyways?
It is not peculiar to expect.
No, I've moved away from the word peculiar because I can see that you and I are not going to find each other on. Is it new? It's different. It's never been done before.
There's never been any appointment of the panel. Hence, I was not appointed as a panel member before.
No, I'm saying the letter. You receiving the letter.
Yes,
It's never happened before.
Never.
So typically when you send the names, this is my last question because I don't have time. When you send the names to the minister, do you Blades man, you follow up on when are these people going to be appointed, or you just wait for them to conclude the process and then they appoint?
No, I don't follow up.
So when you were sent a letter saying we're going to have some meetings to undergo this particular process, which you usually do, did you follow up to say, Minister, you sent me a letter that I'm being appointed to this panel to do these SETA things, which is my work anyways. But 2 weeks have passed, 3 weeks have passed, 4 weeks have passed. No one is calling me about a meeting. And I'm the chief director of SETAs. I've been sent a letter here. I can see people are saying meetings are taking place. You're not worried maybe when 4 or 5 people are entering a room, hey, perhaps that's the meeting of the SETAs that I should have been participating in. Were you not concerned at any point that you were not part of those meetings or whether or not those meetings were happening?
I did not make any follow-ups to the minister because when the appointment letter says will be notified, will be invited to the meetings, I expected that it to happen. That it did not happen, but I did get the list of names that must be appointed.
No, thank you, Chair.
No, thank you very much.